So Peter, this is how many meetings have you have before this? Many, a lot. You don't.
In the 20 years we have had 35 meetings.
35. So possibly this is 36 or something like this, no?
Maybe.
Okay, you so much you don't
count them anymore.
Understand.
No.
And how many members are meeting here these days?
We have here 16 countries. We have 28 members,
yes,
31 countries.
Yes.
And the reason was that it was a managers meeting.
Yes.
And some of the members are at long distance, like New Zealand, Uruguay, etc., and they only make it once a year. So they will be in September.
In September in Istanbul. In Istanbul. Yes. Where's the second meeting? I know where you are with your staff, with your creative staffs, no?
Yes, we have a sort of creative workshop.
So every year you make 2 meetings, no? 2 important meetings.
Yes, a specialized managers meeting and a what we call strategic and creative forum.
Why do you think it's so important that you have this kind of meetings in your network?
The most important reason is that we know each other better and that we see what is exactly going on in the countries, in other countries. So, and that we see where other members are having specialties like database or whatever.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lina.
I understand.
Okay. You cut it.
Yeah, it's all right. It's no problem. Yeah. So so it's a thing to get interchange of know-how, no?
Yes.
Because to work together is not in not a lot of cases this happens, no? Because I asked yesterday your managers and asked them, but do you really work then together and make companies? But the most told me that the clients are not so international that you work together with other countries. Is this the real or not?
It's absolutely increasing.
Okay.
The fact is that we have international clients, but most of the times they work in clusters of countries. Like in Western Europe, the companies work from UK to Holland to Belgium, France. In Asia, they work from, let's say, China to Taiwan to Japan. So it's mostly clustered. That's how we work.
How are the influences in direct marketing? The European direct marketing, I think, is very old. We know a lot of things, or a lot of same things. I think the United States too. But then there are countries like India, like China, like others. They are with new ideas, possibly fresh ideas. How is all this working together in a kind of network like your network?
Well, still, it's very different. If you have the new direct marketing markets, the very new markets, like say in Central Asia,
yes,
they are in the beginning of all the stages, and most of the time direct marketing starts with below the line field marketing, collecting data by promotions, etc. But they're moving rapidly to strategy and creativity. The West is now more going into the interactive and internet side of the business.
It's the new. Yes, I understand. So this is the moving we are seeing.
The problem in the underdeveloped countries is not that our members don't have the knowledge, because they have the knowledge. They can have any information from other members.
Yes.
But their clients are not ready yet on that level.
So it's complicated to get the clients to do the right things, possibly, or to the things like your members think would have to be done.
But there's light at the horizon, and that is that the younger marketing people in the new markets, they are already on the level of the rest of the world.
It's more the older people who have the money, no? Normally,
that's the problem.
That's the problem also, and so we have to wait that this generation changes, no?
Yes, but you see that in the new countries, the new young marketeers, they are very interested in web advertising, in web activities, etc. But the older people who make the decisions, they are not on that level yet, and maybe they never will come.
But in all these emerging countries, not China, India, we spoke about Asia, they have not databases or not enough databases. So how can you do good direct marketing or efficient direct marketing without databases? What have to be done there? What do you think?
That's the big problem. And in most of these countries, our members build up their own databases for their own clients.
I understand.
But the infrastructure of data is the main problem. So although you might have the knowledge, etc., the infrastructure of data is crucial for the whole process.
You cannot find a list broker like in Europe or the United States and to buy. I want to buy auto buyers. I want to buy addresses from people with a big house and garden. I think all these things are more difficult. No?
Yeah, that's the problem.
So
yes.
it's.
But they are very creative and innovative to find it.
Other ways to search for the addresses. So.
Yes, and the good reason or a good thing is that in these countries collecting data is still cheap.
Yes.
So even collecting data from persons to person, so one to one, is much cheaper than in the West. So that's mostly done like in Turkey. How do they collect data?
How do?
They go from door to door.
Door to door.
With questionnaires or samples.
I understand.
People fill it out and they get it, and so build up their own list.
Okay, it's also a possibility because the human resources are not so expensive, so you can send some group of people. Understand. You are sorry. Yes. Sorry.
Even sending mailings. In these countries like Turkey, where sending mailings is very expensive, the people have own postal services and deliver it themselves to the
private. So they have private postal services. The clients, you say, or
the agencies, or the clients, which is much more efficient and much cheaper than normal.
Yes. I know that in India they are making your website, no? So you also use this kind of globalization, or how we can call it, to do your website, no? Because in Holland you are from Holland, no?
Yes.
It's too expensive, or you didn't find the people you want, or why you go so far to India?
It's quite simple. They already have ready-made systems and programs. So they only had to adapt some of the things. And we should have make new programs, new things.
So what expensive,
we did, it was a cooperation between Holland and India. So they did one part, and we did another part.
Interesting. You are president for how many years at this moment?
Actually, I am the executive chairman.
Okay.
And I'm now for 5 years in function.
Okay.
And we don't know when it will end up.
It's not a limited.
No, it's a quite unique situation. I ever started because somebody who did it, he unfortunately he died.
Okay. Yes.
And I took over for a couple of months. But 5 years later, I'm still in function.
Okay, so it works good. It seems that it works good, and then
I like it. I love it, and I get the impression that our members also like it.
Okay, so it's very good. So let's speak about the expansion of the network.
Well, we have 28 members. We cover directly 31 countries by having own offices.
Yes.
And one of our members in Hungary, they have 19 extra offices. So in total, we can offer 50 countries. Our plans for expansion is that we want to go to Japan.
Yes.
Which is a big market.
Yes.
South Africa.
Yes.
And we already have one step in South America. Excuse me.
Yes.
And now we are aiming for Mid and South America. And we are now on the moment where we will decide to have 4 or 5 countries more in South America. That means that we are really covering the world network.
Okay.
And the aim is for, let's say, 3-4 years that we might have 50, 60, 70 countries in total, which is quite a lot. And another thing is, we are still the only network of independent direct marketing agencies in the world.
The rest is private groups.
Yes, we are the largest, but it's quite simple. We are the only network, so you are the largest by definition.
The only. And your competition, the competition is the private networks, no?
Yes,
or how do you
what
work?
we call the family networks.
The family networks.
Yes. And it's not really a competition.
Yes, how do you see it?
They are the alternative for us, or we are the alternative for them.
Okay.
And it depends on the culture and the structure of headquarters of companies.
Of the clients.
Of the clients, yes. When they want to centralize individually per country, they use our sort of companies.
Yes.
And if they have a centralized strategy, they use 1/4 and spread it out.
Yes, the family companies.
Yes, but we still think that we are much more efficient.
Yes.
And not only efficient but also flexible. And we know the local circumstances better.
Better than this big
That's
companies.
our advantage, I think.
Okay, so you're looking that the clients call some of your agency.
Yes.
How do you find new agency? How is the process? How do you search in America, South America, as you told? How do you do this? The process.
First of all, we go to the national direct marketing associations.
Yes. Okay.
Because if there's no national DM association, the country is not important enough to go in.
Understand. So you need a direct marketing association at first.
We have a profile of the members we want.
Yes.
And then we look to all the agencies. We look at their websites.
Yes.
Then in all countries we have some sort of contact.
Okay.
So when we have a short list, we ask somebody to check it.
Yes. Yes.
They check it.
Yes.
And then we contact the companies.
Yes.
If they give any interest to our request, we go there and visit them and make a final choice.
The final choice, you speak with them, and when then the final choice is to come to the network, they get to a network, but I think they have to pay some every month or every year some fee or
we have a fee. We have a fee per year.
It depends on the company, or it's the same fee for all?
Same fee for all.
Oh, yeah.
Whether the company is small or big or whatever.
The same. Can you tell in dollars or in euros?
A couple of thousands.
A couple of thousands. Okay, some thousands. And in these thousands, you have all this knowledge and all this know-how we spoke before.
The rest is all free. So coming to the conferences, getting all the information, getting the effects of our PR, etc.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Laina, you come from India, no? You're from India.
Right.
The name of your agency, please?
It's Directions Marketing Solutions Private Limited.
Okay. So,
We had a rebranding earlier this year.
How many years you are in this network at this moment?
For about 4 to 5 years now.
4 or 5 years. And your experience in this 4 or 5 years being in the network?
Yes, it's been very very interesting and very knowledgeable. We've got very good exposure in interacting with members from different countries and sharing knowledge and learnings. It's been a great experience.
You come from India. In India, everybody in the world spoke about Bangalore because Bangalore is the big informatic and IT center. But I don't know. Your agencies in this area or is in Bombay? I think no. In Bombay.
Bombay, we also have offices in Delhi and in Kolkata.
Calcutta,
and we may be setting up in Bangalore,
no? Because it's an important point at this moment, no?
Important point.
Or not for the companies to
for
make...
more companies, yes. There are some companies which have approached us, so if that works out, we'll probably set up a branch over there.
This kind of companies do direct marketing actions? They do this kind of campaigns?
They have a lot of B2B where they...
B2B, yes.
B2B, yes.
So it's a interesting market for everyone, no?
It is interesting, and a lot of web-related work.
I was speaking with Peter before about the problem in India and China with the databases. To get the databases, I think the postal service also, it's very expensive. Yesterday somebody told me it's $10 for one mailing or something like this, and in India to send,
in
or
India
how much?
It is 5 rupees, which is
or euros.
$1 is 40. $1 is 40 rupees, so it is less than half a cent. About 2 to 3 cents. So it's not that expensive.
Okay, so is the postal service not so?
Yes, and the postal service is excellent. They have a very good reach, and they are very good, in fact.
So the postal service is all right, but the problem is the databases, no?
Yes.
How do you get the people? I think the B2B possibly is some better, or to find is
a little better. And what is available now, a lot of banks and telecom companies, they have their customer lists. So they are looking at monetizing those lists.
So you can get to this list, you can access to this list if you buy them. So
rent.
Yes, you rent. Okay,
That's right,
if you rent them.
That's
okay,
right, yes.
So. How are the now at this moment? India is a growing market. Europe, we spoke, it's an established market. You get in India. You can get the knowledge from direct marketing in Europe. You can use there, or you have to change everything there, or how you can use the knowledge you get in this network for the Indian application, the day to day.
Much of the influences and learnings are really the same.
Okay.
So in that sense, yes, what you might need to change is the communication. There might be some local flavors that you add to the communication. Most of the direct marketing communication is in English in any case, because you're dealing with
people who speak English.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you don't use the local languages, the different.
Very rarely for direct marketing. For the advertising industry, yes, the local language is used, but for direct marketing, it is primarily English.
Okay.
And then you may also have, as you penetrate into smaller towns, then you may go into regional languages also.
Understand.
But in terms of, we have loyalty programs which are fairly advanced and fairly sophisticated levels. So it's not really as developing as probably the perception may be.
Your company is developing the website of the organization,
and, yes,
Interdirect network.
Yes, along with
Peter.
Along with Peter, we developed the intranet.
Also, the internet. Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right, yes.
But not the website. It's another
Not the
Indian company who does
no,
this.
the website was developed by the Dutch company.
Okay, understand.
So we work together on the website and the intranet.
Yes,
both really
understand.
designed it together.
Okay, so you make the intranet because in India, I think it's possibly you have good knowledge and the prices are interesting to pay, no?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, how many people work in your agency?
About 90.
90 person, no?
Yes. 90.
Okay.
So it's a fairly large.
It's a big, it's a big company, and it's only specialized for direct marketing, or also interactive marketing, or classical advertising, or other.
No, not advertising. It is primarily direct marketing and loyalty programs.
Okay.
So we do a whole lot of the loyalty program operations in-house, which is why we have a larger group. Plus interactive, because interactive is so much now a part of direct marketing. We don't see it differently. It's really one more channel and a medium to reach our customers directly.
The big American networks like Ogilvy, we know here in Europe, like Saatchi, like Draft, or all this, are they also at this moment in India or not?
Yes.
Are they coming or are they staying?
No, they have been. They are in India. They are very active. They've been there for a pretty long time.
So it's a competence for your company, Yes,
it is competition, and we are seen as one of the top 3 in any case. Our company.
Yes. And what's the difference? They are this is American companies, but with Indian head CEOs, with Indian CEOs.
Yes.
You are full.
And employees.
You are full Indian company. You have no capital from outside. I think no.
No.
So there's the difference. So how can you explain the difference between these kind of companies and your companies to work in the market?
Really, there is no difference.
No difference,
no difference. And
okay.
In fact, a lot of them hire from us. So we are really seen as leaders, especially in retention and loyalty programs. So we are handling, or we have handled most of the large programs in India.
But you don't work with them together, no? Or you say no?
No, the companies come to us directly.
Okay.
So we are not their suppliers. We are.
Okay, so possibly the differences between the clients, no? That they use the clients, the big brands, they use them in the world. They use possibly Ogilvy also in India, and
yes, only if there is a global alignment like IBM and maybe Microsoft. Who will use Ogilvy or Wonderman. But we have clients, we work with Unilever, we work with
So also American, so it's also not a, yes. I don't find, it's impossible to find the difference. Okay. And you will be also in Istanbul, with your company?
That's right. Yes.
Okay. Because I think there is a different concept, no? You work there with, you bring the creative stuff with
that's
you.
Right. We brought them last year also in Vienna when we had the creative forum. So
and how do they work together with the Europeans? How is the
wonderfully.
Wonderful, no?
Everybody, I think, gels very well, and it's absolutely at this one level, and we just find so much in common. It's really now a global village.
Yes, I think yes. So it's not, the differences are going in marketing are losing, no? Are not.
No,
Okay. Thank you very much. Agency Dominanta based in direct.
Correct.
It's an advertising direct marketing agency, no?
Direct marketing agency. We started about 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay.
But we're all experienced direct marketers. In as much as we work for Bertelsmann Media.
Bertelsmann, German companies.
Arvato.
Okay. So
DHL, Deutsche Post. IBM.
So you're more German than Polish, no?
IMP.
Yeah.
I would say we got our experience from Reader's Digest, IMP, and Bertelsmann.
But you're Polish, no? You're a
Yes,
Polish
I'm
person.
Polish, yeah.
Your agency is a Poland agency.
It is a
But I think your advertisers, your clients are German, no? As you told, no or not? The biggest one.
No, they're not.
Not? Okay.
Our biggest customers are customers from the north, from Nordic countries, from
Yes.
Sweden, Norway, and
yes.
Denmark.
Okay.
Those are our biggest customers. We also work for Reader's Digest in the USA.
Okay.
When they have their special projects, right? So we do those. We work for a couple of Swiss companies and so on.
Okay.
And
Understand.
we work, our customer base are companies that want to enter the Central European market.
Okay.
Because Poland is now in
Poland
the
is
European Union.
Yes. I know. It's an interesting market. It's interesting coming market for a lot of European companies, no? Marketing companies.
For two reasons. One, if they want to sell in those markets.
Yes.
And the second one, for established companies who want to fulfill in those countries because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper to fulfill in Poland and to send it back to
Germany, to England,
yes.
whatever, yeah.
Are they doing it this moment?
Sure, absolutely. I
The
mean,
post is cheaper. The post stamps or the system or they use other trucks. They use other.
because most people insist on local look.
Okay.
Like for example, if I send something to a Spanish,
Yes.
to La Redoute in Spain,
La Redoute in Spain. Yes. It's a customer of.
I would then sort it to Correos standards
Yes.
in Poland.
So you get it. You make the fulfillment in Poland.
And put the Correos stamp on there.
The
Correos
Spanish courier
PPI.
stamp. You put it in Poland, and then you bring it in a truck to Spain, to the border, and bring it.
Already sorted. Already sorted according
Sorted?
to the criteria of Correos or Royal Mail
Yes.
or La Posta.
Okay, so you do it in Poland and the eastern countries, and bring it to Spain to get it out to the consumer, no? So for the Spanish letter shops, it's a little big problem, no? Because I think they are losing jobs, or the German the same, no?
And the Germans have gone over that problem because, in fact, what the German companies have done in our region,
Yes,
they have moved their letter shops
to Poland, to this,
in this case to the Czech Republic.
to check, because
And if all the big German letter shops, GHP and all these other guys, they've all opened up in the Czech Republic.
yes,
They've fulfilled there.
and Czech
They
Republic,
personalize.
and then bring
they
it,
pack.
yes,
They don't even have to bring it because Deutsche Post have got a rule that if it's within 100 kilometers of the German border,
Yes.
they pick it up gratis.
they pick it up gratis, and so, my God, so it's a very good business for the German letter shops to send all the mailings, Quelle, the Redoute, not the Otto, how the names are from Czech.
Otto, Quelle, and
So for Poland not so good, no? Because it's also for Poland a good.
Yes, Poland mainly does things. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of big printers, the biggest printers in the world, Donnelly and Cord Graphics.
Yes.
They've got big new factories in Poland, and they print a hell of a lot of magazines, Reader's Digest, and all this stuff.
Understand. So Poland and Czech Republic are fulfilling the mailings of Europe. Can I say like this so strong or not? Or will fulfill the mailings of Europe?
Are increasingly doing so because of pressure from within their own markets.
Because the price.
Big customers say, look, I want you to knock 0.5% of each mailing, right? Then the German letter shop or the French letter shop have to think, how do I do it? So they contact their own company in the Czech Republic and Poland or wherever.
Okay. How many people work in this industry in Poland? Because this is giving a lot of jobs, no? This kind of what we are speaking of.
Yes.
It's creating a lot of jobs. Not good paid jobs, I think. It's how do you say? It's down level jobs, but it's jobs, no?
Yes, it's jobs. Well, it goes into a few thousand. I haven't got the exact figure.
Okay. You don't have the figures.
I mean, why are we there? Because, for example, in developed direct marketing countries, the spend, traditional advertising spend, if it's 100, then in developed countries, Western countries, about 60% is spent on direct marketing now, and 40% on classical.
Okay.
In Poland, it's still 30% on direct marketing, 70% on classical.
Okay.
Now, this is a situation which has to change.
Okay.
In Poland, customers also have to be approached more personally, targeted, etc. That is our job. That is where we come in. So if a company wants to break into the region, and we work for customers not just in Poland, but also in the Czech Republic, in Hungary, and all the Bulgaria, Romania. We will work out a plan for them, a strategy for the whole region. So as I was saying just now, the direct marketing market has to grow, has to reach Western standards. It still has a long way to go.
Yes.
One of the problems we have had is the the quality of databases. As Ulrich said here earlier on, they had the same problem in East Germany. They didn't have any databases, yeah?
They didn't have, but yes.
But they have now.
But now they have. It will come later, everything, yes.
Yes.
And in your countries, in Poland, Czech Republic...
It's the same thing. It'll come later, but we'll still get responses of maybe 4 or 5%.
Who are making the databases there? Schauber and all these big German companies? Who is making the market?
Yeah,
they are putting in market.
You can Reader's Digest.
Yes,
I mean,
the Americans, okay. Everything is... Okay. The legislation is easy to do it at this moment?
No.
Because in Europe it's a problem. In the rest of
Poland it's
also a problem. Okay, okay,
You have
okay.
to have certain things on your certain statements.
Yes.
That I agree to have.
Yes, all this. Okay, so it's a problem also.
So there is a problem.
Okay, I understand.
But we're okay to a certain extent because one of my partners, he sits on the postal committee and the government committee, and they work something out. He was also the founder president of the Polish Direct Marketing Association.
So you have good connections. I see you have good. Can be good influence. Okay.
Yeah, when we do that, we have we have a stronger voice in FEDMA as well, and so on in Brussels.
But you are a direct marketing creative agency. But
yes.
What's about when all these international companies come to Poland to get your market? They bring their own creative to Poland. So what can you do as an agency when they come with their creative and say, I want to translate this to Polish? No,
they can do that.
They can, and they do something sometimes. No.
Yeah, sometimes they would. But what we would do then is, in certain instances, when we have a gut feeling, because we know the market, that
it will not work in Poland. Yes. Okay, I understand.
It's like a Nordic mentality and Spanish mentality. It doesn't always go together.
Yes.
And the same thing here. So then we do a few focus groups, right? Find out what comes out of that and do our own creative.
Okay. But it's more money, so they have to pay your creative. Sometimes the marketing director say, no, let's translate it because I don't want to spend so much money. That's the problem one of the problems we see in the markets. What can you do then?
Then we do a test, and then we say,
and you show him it's not good idea, no?
The response wasn't very good.
Yeah, I understand.
Why don't we try our idea?
And you try to get in, yes, understand. Okay.
We did that for one customer just about 4 weeks ago.
Yes.
Where the initial response we said would not be good. We got our own creative people in there, did something else. They were so impressed with it that they've adopted our creative ideas for the whole of Scandinavia.
Okay. Yes. So also good idea. Absolutely. A Polish idea goes to the rest of some countries.
And I must admit that the young people that we've got, our young creative people, they're very, very creative.
In Poland, the direct marketing piece, the paper works good because internet and all these things are not so much penetrating the population than in the rest of Europe. Can I say this, or is not correct?
True. No, I think that's true.
It's true. At this moment, will change. I think will change.
It will change. It will change undoubtedly. I mean, for example, even SMS. 6 or 7 years ago at Bertelsmann Media, they said, why don't we get our customers to order by SMS? And initially head office said, no, it will never work. It doesn't work in Germany, so it won't work in Poland. So I said, okay, let's see what happens. Right, we did SMS ordering. If it was a success, this is off the records.
Yes.
If it was a success, then I would tell everybody about it. If it wasn't a success, I wouldn't. And it was a success.
Okay, so it was good.
So it doesn't mean that we just follow everything else.
Okay.
The tools that took many years to develop in the West, you can just buy off the shelf now. So a Polish direct marketing company says, hey, they do it like this in Norway or in Spain or in America. Let's just do the same thing.
Okay, so it's not so different.
And we can adopt it straight away.
Yes.
So there's a lot of advantages to that as well.
So it's interesting that people can buy things SMS, no? In the catalog. No?
Yes, they can order by SMS and so on.
And they do it in Poland, you say.
Yeah,
they do
sure.
it. So they like it.
The TV stations like Viva and MTV and
Yes,
so on.
Viva, yes.
You know,
They put a lot of
yes.
SMS.
They're earning so much money there.
Okay.
So the young kids who never knew anything about mail,
Yes.
and are just used to the mobile or the internet.
Yes.
For them
Yes,
it's
I understand.
natural. For them it's natural.
What you speak here in these 2 days with this group, you can applicate some of these things to your market in Poland.
And
Some ideas,
and vice versa.
and also they can.
Sure.
So
And
you
vice versa.
give them.
This is an excellent forum, I think,
Yes.
because we can learn what we can adopt maybe in our country, and I mean, some people have said, "Hey guys, what you do in Poland is pretty good." We never thought of that, and so on. It's just a different approach, yeah. Maybe I think it's a bit of the like Einstein said. Somebody said it couldn't be done. Then somebody else came along who didn't know it couldn't be done and did it. Right?
I understand.
And I think we're working sometimes like that, where, okay, let's do it. Somebody else would say, no, it can't be done. But we don't know it can't be done, and we do it. So, you know, we can respond very, very quickly. And that is good. And we've got a highly educated workforce and so on. Creative people are very, very good. So I just love it. I mean, I think, you know,
And I think in some month you have a new meeting in Istanbul, no, in Turkey, where I think the managers like you and the others go with their creatives, no. So it will be also interesting. It's a kind of work together for the creatives, so to know each other. What is the objective of this?
Absolutely, and also what's good there is that you can do actual case studies.
Okay.
You can bring a customer along who wants to be really multinational or international and say, hey, I want to do this in the whole of Europe, or the whole of the world. How do we do it? Yeah? We can put in the ideas.
And you work there. You work there together and make companies in Turkey, in Istanbul. You will sit.
To work on a case study, it can be a fictitious one, it can be a real one.
Or can be a real one from a client. Okay.
Sure,
and all in little groups together will work there. Interesting.
Good.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I think
We have a lot of ideas. I see this kind of little group has a lot of interesting ideas. No, you have.
I think it's because we've all got our own companies. We've all started off, I think, from nothing, let's say, and built it up somehow.
Yes.
Okay, we've all worked for big companies, for big multinationals. A lot of us have.
You won't.
No, we did.
You did also.
So we learned something.
Okay.
But then
you all come from big companies, and then you created your own companies, no? It's like this.
That's right.
And you learn the good things and the bad things of these companies, no?
Exactly.
And you try to avoid the bad things, I think, and your new companies, no?
Yeah. I mean, I think one of my colleagues once said that our problem is that we are too impatient.
Yes, the little ones. Or what? Yes.
Companies, companies, and that. We were too
because you want to grow, or what? You want to grow very, very fast.
Yeah, but in a big companies you work for really, really big multinationals, and decision making takes a long time.
Then I think the fun is going out. You only have numbers, and you only have to hurry. I think it is a kind of work in the big American companies or American influence companies, and the fun is going out. So when the fun goes out, the quality goes out too, or not?
Sure.
It's like this, no?
Well, because you're spending more time on explaining yourself as to what to do instead of being creative, and we all want to be creative.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, we want to keep paperwork to the minimum.
But if this is true, I think it's true. Why we have so much big companies in the market in Germany, in Poland, in Spain? There are all the big such and such now is the names, or WPP and all these big companies with their direct marketing agency with all. No,
but I think they are big companies, but a lot of them are also outsourcing now. They say they can do everything,
but they don't.
But if they have a certain problem in some area, they will choose a specialist. A lot of that has been outsourced. Right? They don't have their own full-time staff. They'll have a list of people they can draw on.
But they also say that the clients don't want too much companies. They want to go to one big ad company and they give them everything: mobile marketing, direct marketing, traditional advertising.
Correct.
So how can you compete with this kind of thinking or with this kind of tendency?
Well, we can compete with something like this.
You cannot, no?
No.
Or you can?
You can.
Sorry.
Work with them.
Yes.
Because if a big company wants to do something, and they haven't got that staff, they will employ us to work out a strategy for them.
Yes, but then comes the big advertising agencies and say, don't go with him, we do it with our own network or with our own advertising companies in the
we can
in the
have
network.
connections with those people as well. So they don't always have their own people. They don't always have their own people. Sometimes they will also draw on companies like us
Yes.
for these services.
Okay.
But also, this is my personal
Yes, yes,
view.
yes, yes.
I prefer working for smaller companies,
Yes.
right?
Advertising companies, smaller advertisers. Yes.
Because you can make decisions quicker, you
Yes,
can get to
more.
market quicker, you can respond quicker. And that's what gives me fun. If I work for a massive company, then by the time a decision is made, it's 3 or 4 months. And then
So
you slow down.
So this kind of companies like you don't work with Coca-Cola, with Nissan, or with this kind of companies, or you work with, or some of them work with these big companies.
Well, one of the ones you've mentioned we've actually just started working with, but on behalf of one of the big agencies. So that's
Yes, that's the problem. Yes, yes. You
that's
depend on the big agencies that they give you.
That's right.
Understand.
Our specialization.
Okay.
So I'm quite happy with that.
Okay, yes.
I'm quite happy with that.
You speak very good English. So you're not you're Polish, but you speak so good English. So you have influence. Or you lived outside some years. So can I ask you
Yes, I have.
personally?
Yeah,
because
I did. As you probably know, there's so many Polish people have come to England.
you speak.
I did it the other way around,
You go from
from England to Poland,
but your name
because of my father.
your family.
You know,
so
so
you are more English or English
I was
Polish.
brought up in England.
Understand, and then you go to Poland.
Yeah, I wanted to discover my roots, and I went there.
And you find them and you stay there, no?
find them
You
and
live
stay
there, you
there,
like to
yeah.
live in Poland, you
Sure,
don't want to go back to London or to England
No,
at this moment. Okay, today you are in Ireland, it's like England, but okay, it's some days.
Another reason why I like the business is
Yes.
if you look at, let's say, developed countries, you've got a cake.
Yes.
And you've got the market share, which
Yes.
is divided out by various people.
Yes.
Yeah? It's divided out. Now, in our area, the cake is still in the oven and it's still growing. And I can influence part of that.
Understand.
growth.
And here you cannot. Here the cake is given, it's giving out.
Given. It's given.
Yes,
It's
you
there,
cannot,
it's
yes.
cold. You can eat it or you can lose it or
Yes.
whatever and so on.
But there
there,
it's
still growing.
Understand.
And it's wonderful to be in
Understand.
a
Yes.
market like
Yes,
that
yes.
where
If you're
something
more,
is growing.
you are doing something. It's more illusion. It's more passion in the work, and it's more fun. What we say before.
Because it's more creating. It's
Yes.
It's something that's never been done before in certain areas.
Understand.
And that really gives us all a buzz. We're a small company. We've only got 11 people in total.
Okay.
So, but it's fun.
Okay, but you will grow slowly as the market let you, as the market is growing.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your words.